let's go with this pile. Trying out some Reanimator. So here are the key cards. Demigod of Revenge. So when you cast it, you get to return all of them. So you intuition for like 3 of them, and you cast the one with like Dark Rit or Lake of the Dead, and then boom, right? You get the other 2 5/4 flyers, which is pretty sweet. Um, yeah, I mean, aside from that, like the sort of the wild thing going on here is Port of Carfell. So Port of Carfell, 6 mana and sack it, and then you get the Reanimator creature. Um, so double LED or like Dark Rit and LED or Lake of the Dead with like what's it? It's like black blue or something. Yeah. So some combination to let you sort of reanimate using a land, which is uncounterable, which is pretty sick. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens with this. Random things. Some mendings to discard. Some tefts because it's busted. Otherworldly gaze. Look at the top 3. And you can mill as many as you want, or restack them with flashback, which is pretty nice. The flashback I think makes it like worthwhile to play over like a Thoughtscour. So you can just like really just get rid of the fatties or demigods and make sure you hit land drops or dark rits or whatever. So I don't know, looks pretty wild. So decided to pretend that I'm enjoying the format. Yeah, that's it. The numbers are probably rough. They probably could be tuned out. Like, let's see how badly we get destroyed. So. I mean, this guy seems like a keep, right? Like mending away, just like emissary and um, Grizzlebrand, gain a couple life, try to find land drops, or just find LED and flashback and barrel rates. So, let's see what we're up against. Scalding Tarn. Let's see if it's the old. Yep. Oh fuck. This is the exact reason. Like I just don't want to play this fucking format anymore. It's so miserable. It's just so fucking boring. Oh my god. If I didn't find this list, I wasn't gonna play until the hopeful Monday banning. Like, listen to this. So I'm gonna mending here, so they won't have up a hardcast force negation. Do 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 do. Yeah, and they have the days here, which is pretty good for us. I think I want to force, because I don't have a 3rd land drop. Yeah, I'm gonna force this actually. Because if I draw like LED for Unbale Rates, I wouldn't be able to hold force to protect it anyway, so it's like. Wow, I'm glad I forced it. Would have bricked on lands pretty badly. Dark Ritual. No, I wouldn't have done it as a top deck. So we gotta try to hit like any land really to start. Alright, that's a start. So they probably don't have daze, right? Because they would have dazed. They would have dazed the mending probably if they dazed it once. Fucking so boring. Holy shit. Just monkey into double daze. So the cast that, put it in my yard. We have mending on the flashback, which is nice. Get rid of this Grizzlebrand and maybe even a Burial Rites. Yeah, so they are going to leave that in my yard. Just imagine the game if I had like forced my opener to force the monkey. It's like mm, ooh. So get rid of one of them. Next turn we can play port and flashback gaze to choose what what monkey will hit. Obviously. Yeah, this is nice as a basically an quote unquote uncounterable reanimation spell for like a Sarah's Emissary and creature. You do need like so I just need like an LED. So they attack with the blind flip delver, of course. So we'll go graveyard, graveyard, and then okay. So you can hit a dark rit. But do I want? Oh, did I want dark rit? Ah, oh, fucking stupid of me, right? I actually wanted dark rit because it would pop this. They probably wouldn't have countered it. I'm just saying I need LED, right? Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, yeah, that would have done it. Fuck. That's what I get for playing this new deck. Gotta get fix these lines. Oh, because I wonder if they counter that. They have to though. So it's well, there's the thing, right? It's either a must force or you're gonna have Dark Rit's a must force. That's 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm still one off of like being able to double spell, and of course they hit the wasteland. All right, it didn't matter. It didn't matter because they obviously hit the second wasteland. Oh man. Wow, what a tilter. What an absolute tilter. And my opponent's 0-1. I don't know how they could ever lose. Just ran into like the 8 1-mana removal deck. Underground Sea would have been nice. So against them, I guess we bring in Chance, Caracas. Leyland's a medium. They found a third fucking wasteland in 20 cards. Sure. Sure. Very well played. Yeah, so he's bringing a bunch of endings, cut the Force of Wills, bring in the Chance and the Caracas, and then cut the second Grizzlebrand. And intuition. Post board. Like, there's definitely pros and cons to this. You have the Malevolent Hermits, which are pretty solid. Do I keep this just because I can Caracas a monkey? My hand's just like it's just like such a weird combination. This as well. So I can't play Lake of the Dead. Keep get rid of the lake. I think done. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, I had to keep the land to get an underground sea for this. I think one of the ways we want to just try to get a quick, of course. We'll go mountain. So it's just like all surgicals. So I'm actually gonna grave all of these because I just really want to land, huh? There we go. Why wouldn't you? Sure. Okay. Again, I just don't want any. I just don't want that. I don't want that. Then I'll take the land. Just so awkward. He just has to be like all surgicals, right? You're like gonna move to discard, so just cast a surgical. Just like all counter magic. Sure. So I can get Hermit into play, but I feel like it's gonna get bolted. If they have another surgical that could hit Diamond or Brainstorm, so I guess it's like fucked either way. I can play Lion's Head Diamond, then Brainstorm upkeep. That would play around a second surgical and like the two known things the best. I actually could just let them take a draw, right? Because they might have to move the discard again. It's just 3 to bring back, I think. Yeah. Okay. Let's let them go to discard. Like, this is unmulliganing us, so... That's a great one, huh? I almost don't want to make a move until they do. Like, the next time they won't go to discard will give me a reason to take an action, I think. Because I'm not going to give them, like, an easy Pyroblast. Okay, so now we'll start doing stuff. Ooh, Caracas is dirty. Now the question is, do we do anything? Do we like put this into play? That'd be the only thing I would take. I'd put that into play. Maybe it's correct to not even do this. Yeah, sure. Well, I found a land. Hmm. So we can go on the intuition, 3 demigods, then cast 1 plan, which I don't hate. Yeah, that's not bad. So we'd get rid of Burial Rites and Archon, I think. Cause I have Port. We can get rid of Unburial Rites and Teferi seems so good. It can't be right. Teferi, just get rid of that, right? It's like a backup. It's like our only removal since our endings are gone. We don't need Gaze. I guess I could do something like this in case my intuition is countered. Alright, so we have Monkey and what? It's probably a Wasteland. I guess I could have gotten rid of a Demigod if I'm going to Intuition for 3 of them. Or I could do a bunch of different stuff. I can get like Demigod, Unburial Rites, Grizzlebrand, something like that. A lot of options here. Depends on what we want to play around. Oh, I can get Malevolent Geist also. What if we get Demigod, Geist, and they want to give us Geist? That's pretty funny. Because the way this could look is, even if they give me a Demigod, I just pay 5 and get a 5/4 regardless. Yeah. They just start jamming Tef. Get the Force. Okay. Alright, we like that. So they have Monkey Unknown. Surgicaling Demigod. Yeah, so that sucks I had this one in hand, huh? But it's really good for us that they're getting rid of their surgical on the Demigods when we have the port in play to get back the Archon. So actually, let me think. Yeah, so next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana in that. Yeah, so next turn we can actually, if we don't count this right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So we should be able to play Tef, Dark Rit, crack LED, return Archon, which would be pretty nutty. I think if I did the math right. Another fucking surgical. Which is, again, we can play around that with the Tef, so. Triple surgical. Sure. And they surgical Tau, they surgical the Tef because they know I have it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Think I only run 2? Just and they have Monkey Unknown. So They need the last card has to be a fourth surgical, I guess. Yeah, card doesn't have tax, so it has to be a fourth surgical, right? Is the way I'm looking at it. Um. So let's go dark red. Oh no, first I want to play this, right? Do I need to play this? This costs. I guess I see if dark red resolves. And then I can do like. I could play this. Cause I'm trying to think what card I have to fade. I don't think Hermit matters here. But it's like. I can always do that, but I can't do this. If I do this as 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Yeah, so what if we just do this first? So graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. And this is black, black, blue, right? Let's see. Hmm. Did this not target either? Remove 4 cards and return a creature card? That's nice that it doesn't target. So we have to take Archon, right? Oh yeah, no, I agree. Just 3 surgical seems like a lot in your 6 Force of Will deck. But I might be wrong. They could have 2 monkeys in hand. Oh no, so that's their last card. Like, and I thought they were in Cage also? That's why I'm just like... Uh, so, we don't need land, we don't need land. Intuition, what would that get right now? I guess nothing good. Probably just like a mana sink. Okay. Alright. This would be a sick win through triple surgical double forced out. This would honestly be pretty impressive. I mean, they're Dob, right? What did they top deck? Oh, they top deck the dress down, but cast it after I declared attackers. Yeah, that's not what you want to do. Dress down and Delver? Delver plays dress down? Is that really common? Damn. I'm out of the loop if Delver's playing like triple surgical and dress down. I try to avoid this thing like the plague, but let me see. This list is 2 surgicals, no dress downs. This the top 8 list. This one has 2 surgicals, 1 cage, no dress down. Yeah, I haven't seen dress down in, but got there. Got there triple surgical double force. Okay. That was nice. It really showed that like there's a lot of different angles. This land is even better than I thought that it doesn't target. That you could just mill and even if like yeah, you could hit like Sarah's and Griselbrand's Archon, even getting back a Demigod's like whatever, right? Um just for sacking a land. And now we're gonna be on the draw versus monkey with days, so it's gonna be much more difficult. This is like a 30-minute first match. It's crazy. My leagues never take this long. Um You like the chance? Chance would beat forces or surgicals. I actually like chant a lot because it's even better than this since it stops surgical before you start doing stuff. Alright, I think it's good. We have it. We have the whole like intuition, and then like a Lake of the Dead to be able to cast them. They kept 7, so they obviously have a monkey. Not having an ending or Caracas is kind of sketch. This is a rough third land drop. Man. What do I want to do here? God, versus like any type of non-monkey deck, I would keep this, I think, very quickly. Intuitions are so much worse once they know they have 3 surgicals, but they're like this necessary evil. But they're probably better on a turn you can chant. What's the fastest I'd be able to do this? I'd be able to go like... Cause I would need white, then blue for intuition, and then Lake of the Dead. So that's a while. I do have Brainstorm, I guess. Brainstorm to make sure Monkey hits garbage isn't. I'm gonna keep just on the aspect of I could maybe Brainstorm to potentially hide a Monkey hit. Don't feel great about it though, but mulling against the 3 surgical 6/4 deck probably isn't a winning play anyway. Alright. No surgical, no wasteland, no monkey. Alright. This is giving me a false sense of hope, which is kind of a heartbreaker. But let's see what happens. Let me take a 1 spot. Otherworldly Gaze. See if they try to counter this. This card's been very, very good. I've been really impressed with this. Like just milling out your fatties and like smoothing out your draws. Messing with Ragavan, the flashback on it's huge. They're brainstorming in response to an Otherworldly Gaze, which is really great. Using a card like Brainstorm just to battle over this. It's wild. They can't force negation it. Yeah, they're dazing it. They used a Brainstorm and a daze to stop Otherworldly Gaze. It's a crazy time we're in. Crazy timeline. They can ensure that it slips now, though, which is a little frustrating. I think we just pass here. Iteration on top. Okay. So we know they have Vulcan Duration in hand. I think I'd rather gaze before I'm mending. Ooh, those are good. So graveyard, graveyard hand. Okay. Alright, hitting land drops. Hitting land drops. With a lot of like mana that we can sort of come out. Alright, fetching twice. Do they have a play? Or are they just thinning? Just thinning with the second fetch. Alright, go to 13. Mending getting 2 here is not completely insignificant. I think a way we win is play land and a Narset. Okay, Narset doesn't matter very much. It's more the counter magic they find that's irritating. So on my turn, I can chant Intuition, Dark Rit, and oh, I didn't. Oh my god, I didn't fucking brainstorm a response. I'm just thinking about like the actual combo. All right, that's a little bit of a throw. Yeah. All right, I guess I'll just go to my turn. Chant's in there. Okay, it's weird. Wasn't really expecting that. So the play is, I guess, get Underground Sea, float blue, Lake of the Dead, sacking this Underground Sea. Black, black, right? Black, black, black. What is it? This makes 4 black, 6 black, and then I'll have 2. All right. Oh my god, I needed to have literally it's 5 black. What an idiot I am. Holy shit, it's 5 black. I didn't even need that second blue. I just tapped it because I could have just used it for intuition. Wow, what a learning experience, huh? Holy shit. Wasn't even thinking. Black, 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 yeah. And I even had this to just like, I just played this, I literally played it the only way that I could lose. Holy shit. Wow. Alright, well, at least it's a punt. We actually could have beat Delver. Man. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the quad. What's it? 5 black mana cost. Yeah, we would have had 15 power in the air. Kilnar said hit him for 10 with 15 power left. Damn it. That's a tilter if there ever was one, huh? I guess I won't concede, but wow. Wow, that's frustrating. That's a frustrating. That's a brutal punt. Brutal punt. And they're gonna like show me surgical off Narset for the Rubbins. Damn, that's yeah, fucking well played. Really well played. All right, so that's a imaginary 1-0. Yeah, because their only interaction was like they had like all cantrips and fucking surgical. So Orm's chant was awesome there. All right, damn. Well, can't believe I just didn't think about the 5 black mana. I have so much black too. It's plenty. Just use like all the blue for the intuition. Yikes. Giving away wins. Oh, that's a 44-minute fucking tilt too. This person plays like Allurn or Food Chain or some bullshit deck I always lose to. Think it's Allurn. This isn't super impressive, but Otherworldly Gaze seems really good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly, right. It's like, definitely just a brain fart on my part for, like, I remember playing this card in, like, Modern, like, 8 years ago, or whatever it was. I think it was Modern. Is this card Modern legal? Probably. Shadowmoor, yeah. So I played it in Modern. But definitely just, like, a complete brain fart on my part, which, it happens. Like, it's more frustrating when it's, like, 45 minutes in a match. And, like, I had it planned out in my head, and it went, like, everything was okay, and then, ugh, that's life. It's more the fact that the deck could have won versus, like, pretty nutty hands. Oh, yeah, they play, like, one veteran explorer, I'm pretty sure. For some reason. Alright, so we get to gaze. Oof. It's a land, but it's a tap land. Definitely don't want that. Graveyard. I think just graveyard all 3. Yeah. Just that land tapped right now is not what we're in the market for. Alright, and barrel rates could be something that we're looking for. We get mending away, boom boom, or barrel rates in this. Desperation brainstorm, sure. But like I said, the fact it's me losing is one thing, but like me knowing that I could have won is just yeah. Baleful Tricks is such a tilter with Cabal Therapy. Like there's nothing they could really tag. Yeah, like they know I have 2 intuitions, so I'm gonna get rid of an intuition, and we'll see what else. It's just so because they're gonna name intuition, right? like that's just the most fucking frustrating thing. Like, all right, I know they're gonna name intuition, so I'll get rid of one. It's like, oh, draw more intuitions. Yeah, it's fucking great. So I think those 2. Hopefully, they name like a reanimation spell or something. Yeah, just so fucking unlucky. Like, just so unlucky. The worst timeline. Sure. This is always what happens. They're like therapy, Strix, I draw like shit, and then they just play like, you know, a learn and I die without much of a thought about it. Um, I guess I want Dark Rit. I graveyard a Dark Rit, then draw a Swamp, play it, untap Dark Rit on barrel rates, and hope it's okay, I guess. So graveyard, okay, on top, on top. Oh man. Yeah, green source, Alarian, and I die. Just like, okay. Are they slow rolling it? Or do they actually need a creature? I guess they actually need a creature. Crazy. Can I do anything busted? I'll probably just draw another 7, right? I could do something weird like LEDs to flash that back. I have 4 black mana right now. Play out my LEDs. Play a land and just move the discard with like double force backup, right? Like, we should be okay here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cause I can cast this, right? Well, that'd be easy to reanimate it. Okay. Mm, I force this also. I guess they can flash it back, so that's a punt, right? I was like, oh, I'm gonna force it so they can't flash it back. So I guess now if they draw the thing off the top, I lose and definitely deserve it. Definitely deserves to lose this one too. I guess not, right? Because say they had drawn it, then they would just flash it back and then flash back Cabal. Did they get rid of the Cabal therapy? It's weird. Well, that's quite good. So I guess I just have to go to attacks first. Because if I get this Tefn play, it should be over. All right, cool. Actually didn't draw another. I actually didn't draw another blue card. That costs 3 to flashback, huh? Oh, there, I had this blue card. Yeah, cool. It was hidden. And I do have it on barrel rates in the yard if I needed it. So we get rid of this. Otherworldly gaze. So we could just say like just graveyard. I guess you could leave intuition on top for whatever it's worth. LED. Dark ritual. And then we just say like blue. Put Hermit into play. White. On barrel rates on Archon. And just say go. Guess I'm dead dig into the same exact thing, but whatever. You know what I could have done? Now I wouldn't have had blue floating. Yeah. Alright, we win. Just like, sure. What do we want against a learn? I guess Chant is quite good. And Thoughtseize because it's a combo deck. Leyline would only be for Therapy and Aura, which doesn't seem that impressive. Intuitions are, again, well, they seem important, but just against Cabal Therapy decks, do multiples are always worse. The second Grizzlebrand always seems pretty easy to trim. We don't need Caracas. I could Forces versus Delver, but I think I need it versus this deck. So Tef seems good. It can't go off at instant speed. Though, does it matter if they honestly does Tef matter at all? Let me think. Like, not really, right? I guess it would just be like for them to stop them from forcing back. I guess would be like the only time it matters. Is it crazy? How many blue cards do I have? 19 if I cut them. I guess I only have to cut one. I ran 61. Alright, that's 20 blue cards, so let's try it. But you gotta remember the 5 black mana. God. Imagine if I actually go like 4-1 with that being the loss. That's when I'd actually be pretty irritated. The old no lander, huh? Here we go. It's Sarah's Emissary or Lake of the Dead? It's probably Sarah's Emissary. Lion's Eye Diamond. Deck is so busted, don't know what to name. There's too much happening. So I think I'll get a Scrubland. Thoughtseize. I don't think they run days. Could. If they force and go to 3 cards in hand. Oh wow. I'll. Think I take Baleful Strix. It's a blue card for force, and if they draw a land, they get to play it and then flashback therapy. So I'm pretty sure And they're using their blue card as a ponder. Sure. Using it as a ponder instead of as a blue card for force, I guess. Let's see if they did not shuffle. Oh, that's a card. It's a cute one that might have text. So let's just play island and say go. Okay. Just like a slow roll main phase 2 Baleful Strix. Be weird. It is. So I'm gonna let it go because they're just gonna name Force Will, right? So I don't want to lose my Otherworldly Gaze because I can get, 2 uses out of it. And with the LED and Lake of the Dead, I might be able to do some funky stuff. They do have Force with 2 unknowns. So they probably have a blue card. Alright, they're not even gonna flash it back. So definitely don't want another Lake of the Dead. It's crazy Lake of the Dead isn't legendary. I don't think I want a Delta. I can see a Chant being good. Actually, maybe I don't even need it. I guess otherwise I'm like looking for a blue card. Alright, I'm gonna leave it on top. I think that's how I win involves that. Let me just pass here. I guess I could. Yeah, they don't know about the LED, so I'll just leave it in hand for now. Ooh, Cavern Harpy value. Look at that. I'm gonna bottom all 3 and hope to hit a fatty that I could discard with LED. Yeah, because then I can go like Chant you, play LED, crack for white. Ugh, gross. Not the worst thing by a long. It's actually so bad, right? Because they're just gonna Cabal Therapy Force now. It's like when they Cabal Therapy Intuition and I drew another one. It's actually just like one of the worst possible things that could happen. Damn, that's so irritating. Yeah, they're definitely gonna make me fucking discard Force. God damn it. Like, why? Why? Why couldn't you just be like a Grizzlebrand? An Archon? No, Archon wouldn't be that impressive, but maybe as well to force this because they're just gonna keep this chain up unless they wanna. I guess I could use it for therapy now, but yeah. God, what a tilt! And they'll see the chant too, so they're just gonna know everything. Yeah, turn 1 therapy, turn 2 Baleful Strikes both games is pretty fucking decent. God. Pretty decent. They shuffled and then hit a land off the shuffle. Good for them. 3rd Baleful Strix. Because fuck it. Of course. Of course. Whatever it's worth, we can play on barrel rates and flash it back, but we don't have a fatty in the yard. Yeah. I'm gonna save everyone here time. Like, we're just, like, not meant to win that with how we had drawn. I literally just want to put Leyline in for therapy because they always draw therapy in Strix. And it just fucking tears us apart. Emissaries might be loose. I guess if they're on Parasitic Strix, this technically doesn't deal damage, but it does gain them 1 life. I guess Elish Norn stops, like, almost all their creatures, right? Like, aside from Uro, probably. So that actually seems reasonable. Maybe I want the Tef just to stop their Force Wills. I cut an island. I'm never fetching basic island, so it's not great, but Port is a very, very good card versus a non-wasteland deck. Therapy. How fucking... It's just so easy for some people. It's so easy. Oh, man. Just 3 games in a row, turn 1 therapy, and I'm ready for the turn 2 Strix to follow it up. My fucking body is ready for it. Oh, shit. There's Rose at 3-0. Yeah, they always crush with this deck. I always see them. Some iterations of it. But yeah, therapy, man. Therapy and Strix is a hell of a fucking combo. Intuition is pretty hot, actually. Get rid of one of the gazes. Surgical, my Demigod. Paying mana. What's happening? Okay. Weird timing. Run the old Teferino out there. Sure. Looks like it does run 3 decays and 1 surgical, so... I will just cash this in for a card if it resolves. I'll probably pitch the other gaze, since I have one in the bin already. Yeah. If they have double force, they don't. Cool. Okay. That could lead to some fun stuff, I think. I would love to 20 someone with just fucking 4 demigods. Okay. Let's see what they're getting. Oh, Fairy Macabre. Smart. Smart play. It's good deck building. It's definitely that. Could flash, back mending, could just play Hermit. I actually don't hate playing Hermit. That helps us so we can mana leak and a learn, which is pretty good. Or even a therapy. So Macabre, 3 unknowns. Okay. Sure. Did I reveal any of these cards? Otherworldly gives Faithful Mending, which I cast. Underground Sea Forceful. Yeah, so they don't know any of the cards in my hand. Okay. They really drew. How do they always have all the fucking Cabal therapies? Holy shit. Brutal. Remember that was played with fucking Jataxian Probe? How fucking absurd was that? But now they know they should. They could. No, I was gonna say if they have surgical, they can main phase surgical like faithful mending. Names Dark Ritual Goods, 1 miss. Do they want to get rid of their Strix to get another hit? Macabre, 2 unknowns in hand. It could be a Lurin, like a Lurin Recruiter and we're dead. So it's tough. Named Line Diamond probably if you named Dark Red the first time. It could be, sure. Sure. We still have to beat this Macabre, which is like pretty irritating. Check that up. Probably should keep LED. Like I said, they could have they definitely could just have the nuts like a Laren Recruiter, but if they have second Recruiter and a Laren with the Macabre backup, there was really nothing we could have done at any point. So we do have a port in play, which is nice. With 6 mana to activate it. Okay, getting that 5th mana. What requires the 5th mana? 2 unknowns. Okay. Be weird. Eternal Witness. Because why wouldn't you have that? Run a 1 of, sure. It's even better than the Recruiter. So Recruiter, Macabre, Unknown. Okay. Upkeep. I'm just gonna fetch here. Yikes. Dang, these are not doing hot. Man, this is really bad. But they don't have a learn in hand, right? Because they would have just want to learn Eternal Witness, Recruiter, would kill me. So if they don't have the win, I can just keep the brainstorm. Wow, these cards suck. It's a little bit of a tilt, right? Because I can't gaze and port in the same turn. Probably won't want to, right? Yeah. Okay. Sure, they'll find it. Then we can just scoop. Yeah, one macabre, one surgical. Looks like they bring in. Attack Tef for 2. Okay. Play your other the recruiter you got back, or an arrow. Okay. I gotta do some like. Yeah, don't want any of that. I can gaze again, I guess. Thoughtseize is good. So we can say graveyard, graveyard, okay, top, okay. Tick up, and we can draw step Thoughtseize to either take Macabre or learn if we're gonna die. I feel like if they use Macabre, it's very unlikely. They're doing it Macabre if they have to learn. Because they know I have to take a learn or I die. So they'd want me to, like, accidentally take Macabre, probably. We do have Elish Norn in the yard. Yeah, so, oh, they have double. Okay. What did they exile of mine? Elish Norn and Faithful Mending. Okay. So, Abeyance. Until end of turn, target player can't cast instant sorcerer's spell. Alright, so I just have to take Abeyance then. Because Tef will die and they can then cast that, so. So wait, what's the purpose of this card? You can cast instant or sorcerer spells. It costs one more than chant, but it draws a card, I guess, is the benefit. Alright, the Macabre is out though. The Elish Norn's gone, which is a real unfortunate thing though. This is like probably the best possible matchup for fucking Elish Norn. Let's see what they get here. Baron to bounce to Eternal Witness. And then next turn, that'll get them back the Fairy Macabre. Alright. So... if I don't guys, I can get back at one Demigod. It does mill the top 4. I'm looking for like exactly Grizzlebrand, which isn't great odds. But if I Underworld the Gaze, what am I looking for exactly? I guess I could like mill 2 and find an LED or something, but that's the same as just activating this. Take a draw, I guess. It's like the same thing. Just play this out. I just hope to hit, let's try to get lucky. No, we don't get lucky. Okay. Mill 2 forces, speaking of not getting lucky. But basically we knew that they were going to Ewit back Fairy Macabre, so we really had like one turn to do anything. I mean, it is what it is. These have been an hour and a half for 2 matches. Has just been like... I'd probably take it. Like, I don't know, what are they're gonna play Uro maybe? They're gonna Ewit, they can Ewit and Uro? Oof, that sucks. Oh, they're Ewitting for Brainstorm. Interesting. I don't know what I could even draw, honestly. I do have Gaze. Is it worth that? Another Recruiter. Yeah, I'm gonna Gaze to try to find like a Thoughtseize. Yeah. Hmm. Brutal. Brutal match. Ugh. Just an absolute slog of a match. Oh, they have it. That sucks. Pour my beer. I'm drinking this Victory Storm King. Pretty good. Never had it before. I'm gonna concede once I'm done pouring this beer. Come on, like a drop left. Really carbonated. Absolutely brutal matches. Just, I don't know what the deck's missing. That like it has a lot of different angles of attack. We could have, like I said, we punted the one. I don't know if I punted that last one. like I went for the Demigod and we were dead the following turn, so that seemed to make sense by just popping off the port. We got pretty unlucky by milling Elishnorn. Yeah, we drew the Elishnorn and put it in the yard when they had Macabre in hand, where if we were able to have, like, just drawn it a turn later, then Elishnorn's in play and they can't win. We just win. I don't think they actually don't run I guess they would have to. No, I guess that's. Yeah, no, there's no way to win. Because I think their only way would be Baron bouncing it, but Baron was in play and Elishnorn would have killed it. So yeah, Elishnorn just automatically wins that match. So it was just like, you know, random element of magic, which we all love so much. I don't believe I'm familiar with this person. It's Death and Taxes or Blue Pile. So damn, this hand sucks. Like, we can get rid of a force, and then just like, hopefully Gaze gets you, mills you some stuff, and you get. All right, so it's Death and Taxes, no Vial though. All right, so let's try to smooth out our draws, mill some Demigods, and get lucky. They are 1 and 2, so. That card resolves. Because this isn't Ponder, so we go. Ooh, Graveyard. I think I want the Dark Ritual. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Dark Ritual actually sounds. Yeah, I don't want Lake of the Dead. Don't want Dark Ritual. I assume I'll hit a Black Source, then I'll have 1, 2, 3. Or do I just want to try to find a land right now? Yeah, let's just try to find a land, I think. Let's upkeep, do it again. Wow, I'm glad I chose to do that. Rough. Wow, Lake of the Dead with no swamp. Put all 3 in the bin. We are through like 16 cards already, which is kind of funny. They have Time of Turn, sure. It's a Cathar Commander or something. I actually had your Brainstorm when they had that. That's kind of annoying. Sure. Alright. Yard. Yard. Okay, put that on top. Okay. Go. Port my Delta would make sense. Yep. And I think I just let it go. Oh, I could have fetched a swamp, right? I forgot to run a swamp. I'm thinking I don't run a basic. That was silly. So I guess they would port my Black Source. I don't know. It's probably better just to fetch a swamp. They're realizing that they should just be like space jamming. I have to force this. If I don't force, no, I don't have to force this, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I fetch 8. Then I can't force anything else, right? Yes, I actually have to go to brainstorm. Weird hand they kept. They're very lucky they faced a deck that doesn't do anything. What do we have for them? We have just endings and Elishnorn. So still a weird tank. Like I don't understand what this achieves. You gonna mana tithe me? Like I'll pass priority to them here. Graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. Can I just draw a land, huh? Alright, there we go. And I actually have one more Otherworldly Gaze there. It's pretty funny. So I can try to put Sarah's Emissary in play with Unburial Rites. I think that's going to be my line. Definitely don't want that. Definitely don't want that. If I... Yes, I need to draw that. Okay. Okay. So I have to pick white here, or whatever, creature. If they have plow, which would make a lot of sense, then I would go up to 9. It would basically just be like a couple time walks. Yeah, of course. Like, you have to have that, right? Okay. I really need an Archon. Their hand must be like just equipment and plows, I guess. Yeah, this league is taking surprisingly long. I really thought we'd be like done, like well dead already. Flicker Wisp, okay. Sure, I guess that's something to think about. Okie dokie. Yeah, Drew, double brainstorm. I don't even run ponders. I only run brainstorms as the draws, and sucks. Alright, let's just bring an Elishnorn and some endings, I guess. And cut some like intuition. Oh, Malevolent Hermit seems pretty bad. Alright. I guess I can bring in Thoughtseize, right? Intuition, and I'm gonna submit 62 for now. Second Grizzle Brand, there we go. Alright. Sure, Thoughtseize, amending, discarding a Demigod. Seems to make sense. Okay. Yeah, 80 card deck. Sure. Sure. And Wasteland. Nice 80 card deck. Makes sense. so insane. Oh shit. Why are you taking so long to wasteland me? Alright. I found the play. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Give me some more demigods, please. Um. Nah, I won't have enough swamps, right? Okay, so we just pass here. I'm just gonna start like casting them with my lake, right? Like get rid of Force of Will. Oh, that's actually like a card, huh? So blue white. Damn. I'm never removing both of them, right? I'm going all in. Fuck it. Do I though? So I have to sack that regardless. You know, let's just play the Tef out. I can sack that next turn. Oh wow. I can't believe they didn't flash in Cathar Commando. Had to be a mistake. Field of Skyclave for all the things I've shown that could be Skyclaved. Yikes. So definitely get rid of the Demigod. I'll be out of lands by then. And Gaze. Swamp, I guess. Get in there. Go, go, Demigod. To get Solitude. Uh-huh. Exile and Cathar Commando. I realize this is a land. I could have just used Dark Rate. I wouldn't have had to sack anything. Jesus Christ. No, you can't beat that. Like the draws off the top were third Mana Source, Recruiter, Skyclave, Flicker. So, yeah. Sure, when you draw like that, not much to be done. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it. I actually had like a lot of fun until that. The Delver, like we three punted Delver, hit the wrong end of variance versus a learn, and then just got pretty much dumpstered versus double ley line against death and taxes. So no, like that seems pretty miserable. Um, yeah, I mean the deck was fine. It was fine. Like it met expectations is what I'd say. So